time for some Battle Aces. Another match here between David Kim and Stefan. Let's take a look at these decks. We have Scorpions, Bombers. Yeah, let's see what he wants to do with that. If we see the Falcon, oh, a turret in there. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat to see. And what do we have for our opponent here for Stefan? We'll see in a moment. These first Scorpions coming out pretty quickly. Ah, a recall deck. Okay, I saw some advanced recalls in there. I think I saw Bomber in there as well. Very quick check.
In the dirt, call the attack, score. Pick an fish, cut the chat. Arms ready.
So big spread of these Scorpions right now. Third resource base is coming down on both sides. See exactly what tech that David wants to get into. He generally does go 3 bases into his tech. See if it's going to be Starforge or a Foundry.
In the dirt, call the attack. Score.
And going to want to stop spending about now. Yeah, definitely some Bombers in there on the other side as well. Could see the Bombers being pretty useful here against the Scorpions. Now, moving forward with this massive Scorpions, don't know if he's going to get anything done against the Recalls, honestly. Recalls very, very good defensively.
Enemy tech is starting Falcon.
Okay, tech gets started. Oh, goes into those Falcons.
Iron ready, scurrying.
And okay, so Starforge is on the way. We're gonna have to see David Kim think about adding in some anti-air. Now it leaves one Scorpion out in the front there. The recalls do kind of force that back.
Resource enemy is building a resource base.
Okay, those 4th bases coming up on both sides. Scorpions just kind of sitting in the center here. You know, the recalls, you can't really walk out here. Like, you could walk out, take a couple volleys, and then recall back. But if your opponent at the same time happens to be hitting another location, you're not going to have recall and cooldown for that group. So, you know, maybe walking out with a smaller group, getting a couple shots, and then recalling back would be a very high-level move that a recall player could try in this type of situation. But you definitely can't go into the center. The Scorpions will just swarm all over you. You know, these strong, beefy melee units going to do a great job with that. Now, yeah, still just pure Scorpions at the moment. He does have access. Yeah, here comes some Bombers. Now, Bombers can be fantastic at clearing anything small here. They could hit recalls. A good spread already, so they kind of hit all right. Looks like we actually have some advanced recalls in here as well. Stefan's going to want to back up. That is not a good surface area. Yeah, backs up into a much better one behind that resource base. Pushes those Scorpions back for now. Those advanced recalls, they look small. Those, like, double gunned guys that you see standing in there, they have huge damage output with those double guns. So definitely have to be careful with that. Now, more Bombers actually coming in and helping to clear this out. Very tough situation here for Stefan. I think he really stepped out of line. You really do have to stay back and utilize the buildings and the workers as a defensive formation against melee units like the Scorpions and like Wasps. If you walk out into the center, you should expect to lose your army like that. Now, these Scorpions going ahead, surrounding this base, going to kill it off pretty quickly. Obviously, their DPS there not as high. We have some Beetles coming out as his anti-air. Got to be expecting some air units coming up. And cat buses are here. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. That's 4 cat buses. This is probably the strongest air-to-ground shooter that there is in this game, at least as of right now. You know, maybe something like Leviathan would be higher. But, yeah, the cat buses are insane tier 3s on that advanced Starforge. And you can see, in fact, they're actually killing off these Beetles really, really quickly. The recalls in here as well. Some Bombers coming up to try to help deal with that. The cat buses, of course, trying to target down the Beetles. Get pulled back to help clean up all the Scorpions. That was a nice micro move there from Stefan. Continues to push forward towards his 3rd base. 3 bases on both sides. Are these cat buses going to be enough here against a mass Beetle Bomber? Bomber's probably going to just come up and try to deal with the recalls, and they will do a pretty good job of that. You know, Bomber's just not that good. Beetle's not that good against ground units. But honestly, even cat buses are good against anti-air, generally speaking. Tier 1 anti-air is not that good against the cat buses. You really need a higher level, and he's just going to give up. GG, the cat buses win.